One of the main things that separates other neighborhoods from Crescent Lake, or Crescent Lake from other neighborhoods, shall I say, is the lake. You can have architecture, you could have walkability, you could have community, you could have good schools, but very little communities in St. Petersburg, Florida have this destination with this lake. Crescent Lake is a community in the center of St. Petersburg. It has amazing nature, community, and it's high walkability. It has an amazing architecture presence as well. I'd like to put Crescent Lake in the 80 to 90 top home prices percentile because it's about 12 streets away from Central Avenue, and that's pretty close to downtown. So it's also good to note that St. Petersburg is on a grid system. So streets go east and west, and avenues go north and south. Avenues turn north of Central, and avenues turn south of Central. So it kind of all makes sense. So Crescent Lake is between 12th Avenue North and 22nd Avenue North, in between 9th Street, or other known as MLK, and 4th Street. Crescent Lake is surrounded by commercial properties such as Grain and Berry, Yoga, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Eyeglass World, dentistry, cosmetology, sauna, plunges, IV places. Everything around you is probably within 1 or 2 miles. And about a mile up the road on 4th Street is where you're going to find your grocery stores. 4 miles you have Target, Home Goods. About 3.5 miles west of here you'll find your Walmart. There's about 15 miles away there's a Costco. So 9 miles away there's St. Pete Beach, and 25 miles away is where you're going to find Tampa International Airport. Right beside the Tampa International Airport, you're going to find the International Mall, which is Dick's Sporting Goods, Gucci, everything you could possibly imagine is going on there.
So I wanted to show you guys Crescent Lake from Google Earth and point out some of the reasons why Crescent Lake is such a desirable area to live. One, it's high and dry. The area's highest elevation is 44 feet. This is Crescent Lake. Obviously this is the lake that I'm shooting around. To the east you have the Old Northeast, which is one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of St. Pete. It's obviously about 2 times bigger. To the west you have Euclid. Great community, up and coming, beautiful houses here. Just north you have Woodlawn. This is do a better job, sorry guys. This is Crescent Heights. This flows over. This is Old Northeast flow over. This is Snell Isle, and then you continue to go up. You got Shore Acres up here, which is experiencing extreme flooding. This is the Vinoy Golf Club, and this is the Vinoy Park, and this is the Vinoy. This is a beautiful, 4 or 5 star hotel depending on how you look at it. This is the 3rd largest waterfront park in the whole country. You have Vinoy Park. You have the Giselle Palm here. This waterfront property is gorgeous. What people usually do is they start here, they walk here all along Coffee Pot. They'll walk here. There's softball fields here. There's the North Aquatic Center here. It's such an amazing aquatic center. We swim here all the time. You can buy a monthly pass for like $30. 3rd largest waterfront park. You have a marina here, little small marina here, and then this is the main marina. And this is the brand new park pier, brand new pier. Restaurants out here. It's gorgeous. Beach. This is where they do concerts now. This is another park. This is where the Rowdies play. There's a professional soccer team. The museums are here. So I mean, I could really get into why Crescent Lake is so amazing, but I don't want to make this an extremely long video. We could save that a lot when you guys get here. Show you a few of the other places that you'll probably be heading. Our site address, this is 4th. You're going to be using 4th a lot. This is MLK. You're going to be using MLK a lot. Obviously you get onto the highway, but you can get on the highway right here. This is 22nd Avenue. And then go north or go south towards the beach. But this is where I wanted to show you some commercial property like your grocery stores, your Targets. So just about a mile up the road, you have our brand new Whole Foods. You have a Publix here. You have a Publix here. This is the Publix that I use because I live about 1.5 miles up this way. And you have Crunch Fitness here. You have a dog store here. You have Office Depot here. You have a Walgreens here. Commercial property, we have, Chick-fil-A is just up the way. Chick-fil-A is about here. And then we have, obviously, the Targets. The Target is just up here on like 80th. So this is where your Target's going to be. This is where your Home Goods is going to be. This is a PetSmart. This is another Publix. This is Target. Bird's eye view. Crescent Lake got the little red marker down there. This is the Tampa International Airport. You come over on 275 on the Howard Franklin. Howard Franklin is our main bridge over to Tampa. You also have the Gandy Bridge. This is where MacDill Air Force Base is. So if you're military, this is where you're going to be working at MacDill. This is like South Tampa, but this is like the heart of South Tampa, like where like the true South Tampa is. This is downtown, Davis Island. This is where the ice hockey arena is. This is where the Bucks play, and that's a whole nother ball game in terms of Tampa. So you got Crescent Lake, cruise down here on the 275, exit 17, 54th Avenue South. You're in St. Pete Beach. One of my favorite places over here is Fort DeSoto Park. Fort DeSoto Park, if you're a nature enthusiast, this is your land. This is where I spend a considerable amount of my time. This is where I sell, and I sell a lot. Terra Verde, condo heaven. Okay, condo heaven. There's townhomes here as well, tons of townhomes, and there are three residential single-family neighborhoods: West Shore, North Shore. And if you're looking for like 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to about 15, 16 million. I have a few houses over here for you. But this is a video about Crescent Lake and why Crescent Lake's amazing, because Crescent Lake is amazing. And obviously all our hospitals are here. You have St. Anthony's, Baycare. All of your museums are downtown. The James Museum, Museum of Fine American Arts, which is brand new. The James Museum is one of my favorites. You guys have never been here. It's 66,000 square foot. There's venues in here. It's Native American, Western wildlife art. It's incredible. Then you have the Dolly Museum, which you guys have never experienced a Dolly. It's pretty cool. If you've never experienced the pier, you got to shoot up the pier. The pier is brand new. It's like $98 million. It's like the top 10 largest piers. I think it's like top 5 largest piers in the country, maybe even the world. Then you got your Rays Stadium. And if you are not up to date on the news, this whole area is going to be redesigned into a $6 billion renovation, new field, canals running through it, huge amount of commercial property. It's been an unutilized, undervalued piece of land in St. Petersburg, Florida since its origin. And there's uber amount of articles online. So yeah, this is a video about Crescent Lake, and I wanted to stay pretty close to Crescent Lake, but I wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of what's around it.
The elementary school of Crescent Lake is Woodlawn, the middle school is John Hopkins, and the high school is St. Pete High. I'll add a link below to allow you to check out all the other schools. And it is important to note that the charter and magnet schools in St. Pete are incredible. So it's also very good to know that there's these charter and magnet schools are on a lottery system. The lottery system allows you to apply within around that January, February mark. But you have to have an address, a local address to do so. So it does get difficult if you're looking for a school and you're kind of shooting from the hip and trying to find a school. So it might be beneficial for you to get in St. Petersburg, in a good district, go to a decent public school, and then maybe transfer, try it out. We do have decent public schools, and then try it out. And if you want to make the transition to a private school, then do so. There are just about 1,000 homes here in Crescent Lake. So homes that come up for sale are actually extremely rare. To give you an idea how rare it is for a house to come up for sale, just 19 homes have sold here in Crescent Lake in the past 6 months. So There are actually a few houses for sale right now, which I'm gonna show you if you stick around. So I think it's pretty important that you ask the mothers of the kids that are at the playground if you can film them first. I had that advice from a colleague of mine, Andy Wolford, out in Monterey, California. Shout out to Andy for giving me the advice to ask the mothers at the playground before you shoot them. And Andy had a similar situation that just happened to him. It was unbelievably adorable. I had a kid walk up to me and said, "I love YouTube too, man." And I asked him why. He said, "Because of Hot Wheels." So it's pretty amazing how YouTube has really affected everyone else's lives. I mean, right now I'm making a YouTube video about Crescent Lake, and people reach out to me every single day saying, "Matt, I've seen you on social media, on Instagram mainly. That's why I just made the switch over to YouTube recently. And I really like your videos. I felt like I connected with you," and it's pretty amazing what social media does. So I thought that was a pretty cool story about how this little boy walked up to me and said that, he loves YouTube, and here I am shooting a YouTube video. So as promised, I'm here at 801 16th Ave North, beautiful Crescent Lake. This 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,092 square foot house was built in 1939. It's a bungalow, and it sold in 3 days. Its price tag was $1.1 million. And everything on this house was done. The roof, the electrical, the plumbing, the new impact windows, sliders. The floors are beautifully hardwood, honed in marble counters, the counter depth French door refrigerator, the counter depth French dishwasher right behind me now. In addition to the 2-bedroom, 2-bath main house with 1,431 square foot, there's a fully 1-bedroom studio, 430 square foot. It's fully redone, kitchen, bathroom, and there's this awesome yard. It's fully fenced in, brick yard. What you realize sooner than later in St. Petersburg homes that were built, this is the house right behind me, was most homes were built in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and then around 60, 70, and 80, another cluster of homes were built that are block homes, but the 20s, 30s, and 40s homes were all craftsman, wood framed. We love our block homes in St. Petersburg. They're very indestructible. They have a great insulation with them, and it keeps them cool, and the temperature is great. But in the past decade, there has been a huge push for new construction houses because these 2-bedroom, 2-bath homes are really not accountable or accommodating for the modern family. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath home was probably purchased by an older couple, maybe a single, or a couple that has no kids, maybe a couple that has retired recently, and maybe the in-law suite in the back that is often used as either a guest room or maybe they're going to move their parents in. So this bungalow in the back with the mother-in-law suite, you're going to see this trend happening in St. Petersburg. And another trend is what is called an additional dwelling unit. And ADUs, the short word, are additional dwelling units for apartments built above garages. And you say, well, that's kind of weird. In my city, they don't allow that. Well, in St. Petersburg, they push for it hard because we have a density issue in St. Petersburg. There's really no land to build. I mean, they're actually building a house. They're probably adding on to this house right here, and I'll come and show you it. But this house right now is pending, and it's pending in 3 days. So if you were wondering how the market here in St. Petersburg is doing, that house right there is a pretty good indication that it's doing well. I also believe the market's going to start to pick up because of the interest rates that are about to drop in September 18th. Today is September 12th. As you can see, this house right here, this house was originally probably built between either 60 and 80, and now they're adding on to it. That was probably a porch, which they're creating more depth, and they're created a large pitch in the roof. They also created a 1-car garage, and if they're smart, they would. Yeah, it's a 1-car garage. It looks like there's a half bath back there. This is just another example of how creative you need to get here in St. Petersburg because of the density issue. So we're gonna check out one more house, but the market's moving well, and I hope this kind of helped you understand the market here in Crescent Lake. So St. Pete has a thriving history, such as this beautiful baseball field that is right here in Crescent Lake. I think you're going to be quite delighted with this story. So this is Huggins Stengel Baseball Field. It's located in Crescent Lake and home to the 1925 New York Yankees. Prior to 1925, the training field for the New York Yankees was in New Orleans. So to keep Babe Ruth out of the bars in New Orleans, they located here. I met a man about 10 years ago that used to tell me these crazy stories when he was a child. I mean, this is a super old man, it's probably in his 80s or 90s, that he used to walk across the street from his house right there and see Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, and Lou Gehrig play baseball. So I don't care who you are, that's a pretty amazing story. And it's just one part of the history of why St. Pete is so cool. So here I am, right across the street from the lake, and what do I see? A new construction home being built right now. New construction homes are very rare. They're happening more in the last decade, but they have struggled in the past to find land to build on. So this land was a house, they demolished it, and now they're building a new construction home. This home is most likely going to be a 4-bedroom, 3-bed house. It's probably going to be in that 21 to 2,400 square foot. It also has a 2-car garage. And I know this company really well because we have some plans in our near future to do some deals together, some lots that I sold them, that they love to put additional dwelling units or guest apartments or in-law suites, however you are known to identify a guest bedroom above a garage. This house is not even on the market yet. So if you are looking for new construction and you have identified the Crescent Lake area as one of the locations that you're looking in, reach out to me and I'll give you more information on this. Like I said, you're not going to find it on internet or any kind of website because it's off market, and that you are going to find to be a trend in St. Petersburg, Florida. As close-knit community as St. Petersburg, Florida is, a lot of these relationships with off markets are done within the real estate world, a realtor world. So a realtor knows that up and coming listings are coming to market. So could you imagine waking up every day, you have your cup of coffee, you come out on your porch because it's a huge amount of land in front, you go for your workout, you're having your coffee before or after, maybe you have kids and you want to walk over to that park that I showed you earlier, and there's a brand new park in the video that they're probably going to cut the ribbon on in the next few weeks or so. So this is a great area for families. It's a great area for everybody because it has pretty much a home. There's a lot of those 2-1s and 2-2s that are still here, and it has a ton of charm. The architecture is everything that you can imagine. And but I got to get out of here. I got to go live my life. It's a beautiful day in the summer. I'm gonna go grab a sandwich from one of my favorite restaurants that are right across the pond here, or the lake. Might grab a juice too. So I'm about to leave, go have my sandwich, and I stumble upon a gem. It's a for sale by owner. I just saw the inside. It's got travertine floors. It's fully updated. It's got it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I assume it's like 1,300 to 1,400 square foot. And this yard is gorgeously maintained. It's got a brick path along the way, and it's got a 1-car garage with a pantry, and it's also got a drive pad that can fit up to 2 cars. And I just had a great conversation with her. Right now it's a for sale by owner. It's going to be listed for $989, block home, and the house is really, really pretty. So if you're looking for something that criteria fits your mark, it's on market. It's not on market, it's off market. It's a for sale by owner, but I do have the ability to make an appointment with her. And if you are interested in seeing a home like this, call me today and let's see if we can make a deal happen with her. She seems super reasonable, and it's an adorable house. She's asked me not to advertise the video and photos that I just made on the internet, but she has given me permission to send them to you if you are interested. So gotta go get my sandwich. I'm so hungry. Later, bye. So that concludes our video. My name is Matt Baldwin, and I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel and tapping that bell for notifications. I'm extremely busy with real estate. I also spend a considerable amount of my time with the City of St. Pete Chamber of Commerce, introducing new businesses and helping people feel as welcome as possible and connecting them to as many people as possible. It's what I really have a passion doing. I also spend some time with outreach programs, and I really have a passion for making this city the best it possibly can. So I don't usually have time to make these videos, but I am going to promise to spend more time making these videos because I feel like they could be very, very helpful for people who are relocating like yourself. So for more information on me right now, because my YouTube channel is not as thorough or there's not that many videos there, and the editing process is getting better as I navigate this whole YouTube world, go on to Facebook and Facebook me, Matt Baldwin. My profile picture is pretty consistent throughout all my marketing, or Google Matt Baldwin, St. Petersburg real estate. And I probably should be, if not number one, number two in the city. I'm the only Matt Baldwin St. Petersburg real estate agent, but there are other Matt Baldwin real estate agents in the country. I know that because I've Googled myself countless amount of times and other people pop up. There's also a huge developer in Utah named Matt Baldwin, who actually I have a colleague who knows him, which is kind of story of my life. But if you would like to know more about me, go on Zillow. You can see the houses that I've sold. Instagram, Baldwin_real estate. And I'd love to do some business with you. So my sandwich place was closed today, so I decided to come home and make a sandwich at home and just hang out with my buddy Charlie. He's a 5-year-old lab mix, and I got to get going. I got an event tonight to go to, but feel free to reach out to me. All my information is going to be below. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one.